Now, I'm saying this to Xavier trying to remember something I said, but saying it as truly as I said it before. Here we go. I said, when you walk out of the room and walk into the room and you see somebody watching the news, watching violence, watching stuff that they just don't need to see because they've learned that lesson by now. They're not beyond that. I mean, they should be thinking higher. So when you walk in and people are watching the news or watching like the government debates or anything like that, it's coming from a place where you're not saying this. I can't watch this because it disempowers us. And if you want to sit here and watch something about somebody who's you're going to agree to decide your future for you. I'm like, you're allowing yourself to be disempowered. I'm like, and out of love, I'm going to say that and I'm going to leave and remove myself from that situation. And when it comes up, anytime it comes up, whoever would bring it up, it's sort of your duty to point out that that's wrong, whether you've been convinced to think it's right or not. It's disempowering, and until we all want to start working on something empowering, that's when I lovingly resign from involving myself with that activity. I said it even a little better, but more maturely this time. Last time I said it like really heartfelt and it just sweet, but this time like I made the point. So think about that. People, we don't want to watch this kind of stuff. We don't want to talk about the same stuff. Me and Xavier both say stuff along the lines of, we're not trying to be rude. We just we know that that's not helping us by complaining about shit or being like, look at the war going on or look at the government. It's not that it's not going on, but let's work on fixing it and really do it. And don't sit here being like, who's going to be elected next to take care of us? That disempowers you. Just literally thinking about it, the word disempowerment may sound big, whatever, but if you had power and you're seeing who's going to decide your future and your rules, doesn't that just basically, in a vocabulary sense, explain the word disempower? Like, we're going to vote for this guy to watch over us and make sure everything's okay. Like, I would rather as a child, depend on my parents. As a person, depend on myself. Never somebody else. So, and it's like one of these things where we want to be involved with everybody, but until they want to talk about something empowering, we're only going to try to associate ourselves with people who are doing things that empower each other. So, and that's all for now. We're going to go whoop the parents in some sequence.